Good morning. Here from a Mayor's Report on Friday, December 10th. I'm here in my office at City Hall. I want to thank the voters of Dublin for my second term, which has officially started, was sworn in on a Tuesday night's council meeting. It's a real honor to serve the community, and I'm looking forward, despite the difficult times, to continue forward with another 2 great years in the city. We had a reception also to honor our new council member, Eric Swalwell, as well as Don Biddle, both of whom were sworn in at Tuesday's council meeting. And we also honor Kate Ann Scholes for her 4 years of service on the Dublin City Council, but more importantly, a whole lifetime of public service, 25 years of elected service in Alameda County, if you include her role in Ohlone College Board, as well as her role as a teacher and a principal and a child care advocate. So a lifetime of public service, so we honored her as well. At the start of our council meeting, we appointed Kevin Hart to be the vice mayor for the upcoming year. I also want to thank Casey Hildenbrand. She's been vice mayor the last 2 years and 3 of the last 4. She's done a great job, and I know Kevin will do a great job as well. It was a real full council meeting on Tuesday, and the most exciting thing for us on the council agenda was the consolidation of the Dublin Housing Authority into the Alameda County Housing Authority. This is one of the final steps that'll lead to the ultimate demolition of the current Aurora Vista site and the construction of the new project. I think, as I've reported out before, residents cleared out after June 30th. We've been working on the financing. We've got a deal finally in place. We're 99% there with the state treasurer's office. It looks as if with the new tax credit program that we're going to be able to do demolition as early as March or April, and a possible groundbreaking in June. The other bit of good news is that the projects, which we're going to have to be bifurcated for financing purposes. In other words, we're going to have to do the senior housing, then later come back with the family housing. And it looks like we'll be able to do the entire project all together because of the new financing mechanisms we worked out at the state treasurer's office. So 7 years in the making, going on 8 years now. It started in 2003. Here we are, very close to the final steps to see the new project come to fruition. So that was, for all of us, the most exciting item on the agenda for the council meeting. A lot of other things to talk about. One of the things that we're doing as a city at the council level is more strategic in terms of how we do things. Our whole goals and objectives process, which is really task oriented. One of the things that we approved Tuesday night is a more strategic focus in terms of how we do goals and objectives. The budget is always tied to goals and objectives, but we really want to tie things more to strategic planning and the strategic initiatives, the 6 strategic initiatives, as well as our values statement, our mission statement, and our vision statement, some of which are kind of pushed aside a little bit. So it's going to be a broader focus that we have as a council and working with our commissions to achieve the strategic plan. Some other items on the agenda, we extended the sales tax reimbursement program. It's been very successful, as you know. Graybar Electric, large employer, good sales tax base for the city, as well as the Hyundai dealership. The broker community likes that we have the program. It was a 2-year pilot. We've decided to extend for another 2 years. As part of it, though, we also asked staff to come back with the small business incentive program, because the sales tax reimbursement is really geared towards larger businesses, large employers, large sales tax generator. But what are some of the incentives we can offer for existing small businesses, perhaps to do their own tenant or facade improvements, as well as attract other small business? So it was a good discussion at the council, and we're looking forward to that coming back as well. The other good discussion that the council had was on public, semi-public. Some of the challenges that we've had in terms of getting public, semi-public uses in the city, things like daycare centers, community centers, churches. You know, part of it is we've got a lot, if you look at the general plan map, we've got a lot of different areas for public, semi-public, but they're real small, 2.5 acre sites, 3 acre sites, and a lot of the community centers, you know, one of them was like an Indian cultural center. They need more space. Churches need more space. By the time you factor parking, the sanctuary, even child care centers, some of the larger ones, some of the footprints we have were just too small and too confined. So we're doing a general plan study specifically as it relates to the Positano project to look at changing some of the public, semi-public into single-family residential, which obviously we need more of. But at the same time, how do we get some of these public, semi-public uses in our city? So that's something that's going to be coming back to the council. So I'm really happy about that. Just in terms of some other things, Dublin 101, we're going to rename that program Inside Dublin. That's the program where, you know, we reach out to residents and educate them about the city. And we're excited to relaunch that program next year. And it's going to be a confined program. Instead of 11 weeks, it'll be confined to 7 weeks, which you think will make it easier for residents who can't commit for an 11-week period, but perhaps a 6-week period with graduation in week 7. So it's actually a 6-week program with the graduation as the last week. So we think we'll get more interest from that. We're also going to do more marketing of the program, and we're going to put the materials from the program online, because a lot of people with their busy schedules can't attend. We want them to still get the information about city governance and issues. So that's something we're going to do. Last thing I want to talk about is Doolin Canyon. You've probably seen a lot of that in the news the last couple days. The council voted to initiate a study of the Doolin Canyon area. I want to be real clear about this. This has been an issue for 25 years that's been unresolved. Since the mid-1980s, people have been talking about Doolin Canyon. And I think it's the goal of myself as mayor and of this council to try to resolve all the issues in that area once and for all, hopefully working hand in hand with Livermore. Our goal is to figure out if there's any land developable out there, and if so, what's Dublin's, what's Livermore's, what's developable, what isn't, and hopefully go to LAFCO together and try to annex the property together with a joint kind of concept of what it's going to look like. So we initiated a study of Doolin Canyon, brought forward by Pacific Union Homes and the landowners, but the goal of the council is to try to work first with Livermore to see if we can resolve the issues jointly, because we know it's an area of mutual concern. If we can't resolve the issues jointly, we're going to continue to study the area and then come back after very strong scrutiny to figure out if there's a plan that works or doesn't. So this is potentially the first step of what could be a very long process, or it could be a short process if we realize that the land isn't developable. But it's something that we need to do as a city, and again, resolve these issues once and for all, because it's been out there for 25 years, and we just want to get it resolved. So that's that, and you'll be hearing more about that, I'm sure, in future mayor's reports. That's my report for today, December 10th. Have a great